Hello， 大家好，欢迎来到本期的领航 Talk， 我是 Jackson。然后这次我们来到的是 University of Canterbury。Welcome to our faculty of
Digital Screen.
Digital Screen.
So my name's Juana Jones. I'm one of the lecturers in the Digital Screen program here at the University of Canterbury.
My name is Jia Rui, and I'm an international student studying in my third year on Digital Screen.
Okay. I just want to ask you some questions like why you choose the UC, how you choose a different area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because as you can see, we got many powerful equipment here on our campus, and we got many excellent teachers, and they are very patient to teach us even the basic theories. As for me, I'm interested in 3D modeling and rendering and some After Effects and editing some things, so I choose game art as my major.
It's before you study in UC, you are interested for this area, or when you get in the university?
Yeah, when I'm in high school, I just like playing video games, so that's the main reason for me to.
Where you study in the high school?
I finished my high school on China, and I start my university in New Zealand. Yeah, so I came to New Zealand when I'm 18. Yeah.
Okay. So what you think of the university can give you the support like in this industry? Because do you have the background in arts?
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
So the first year is a big challenge for you?
Yeah, but first year we do very basic things, so you don't worry like background or something. Yeah, because our teacher will taught us like step by steps.
Is there some people have the background with the skills in this program?
Yeah, I mean, my friend, she is very talented in drawing. So she started drawing since she was a children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the difference for school or the teachers to talk to these different students because they have a different background?
It's important for us to maintain equity. We want people who are passionate about this field to be able to come and study it. It doesn't matter if you're passionate about it over the last couple of years, or if you've been drawing from when you were little, or if you've never picked up a camera, or if you don't know anything about how to make something with audio but you want to. It's really important to us that our students have the ability to come in and to study. If we require a portfolio entry, that doesn't really tell us very much other than how good, what opportunities they had at high school. Because if they didn't have teachers that were able to teach them After Effects, or teachers that were able to teach them how to draw, and a lot of schools don't really do foundational drawing, it's just something people pick up, you end up being disadvantaged compared to those who have had those opportunities. So in your first year, you did drawing, didn't you? We started from first semester.
Yeah.
And I've had a look at the drawing work that these guys who are now in their third year have done, and oh my goodness, have you looked back at your first year stuff?
Yeah, it's improved a lot.
Yeah. They're even the ones who couldn't do pretty much any drawing, who were doing stick figures, are actually constructing with shapes, and they're getting quite good at the illustration. And I think part of it's confidence as well. You've got a lot more confidence to put that work out there as well.
Is there some requirements to choose a different major, like the sound or the visual art?
So the majors in this program are very interesting. It's been structured very deliberately so that you do have to write down a major because the university application system works that way, but you don't actually have to choose your path until the end of first year. So you do a little bit of sound. You do a little bit of filmmaking, you do a little bit of animation, you do a little bit of games, you do a little bit of everything. And then at the end of your first year, you look back on it and you say to yourself, actually, I started off wanting to do film and cinematic arts, but actually I'm really enjoying screenwriting. And you can switch into that, which is really, really awesome. We also get some amazing mixes between faculties, because one of the benefits of being here, this sort of program doesn't really exist at the university level the way that we do it, I guess. I know that there are other universities offering similar things, but it's quite nice in a university setting because you've got colleagues that started off in arts and they're majoring in arts and doing work in here. We've got students from computer science minoring in some of our programs here as well. So you get to kind of really choose. You can have a student who decides that they want to come here and they want to be the next David Attenborough, for example, and then they could take their major in biology or in science, and then they could also take digital screen subjects to build that up as well. So it's a lot broader than do you want to do films, game, or animation. It's what is the best collection of skills that you need in order to get you where you want to be in the industry.
Okay. So have some people don't have the skills or the background for ours. And is that will be a big challenge for the students when they choose that?
I think it's not important how good you are at doing a particular thing, because that's taught, right?
Yeah.
You spend long enough practicing a thing and you get good at it. Being good at drawing isn't something that people are born with. It's just something that people are passionate about and have spent time. So we can teach you to get good at things you're not good at. What's important is that you're passionate about them and that you're willing to go onto that learning journey with us. So it's a lot more important for us to get students who have an interest and a passion and want to say something, who have a point of view, than it is to necessarily get students who are, you have to be good at drawing, or you have to have a good photography portfolio, or you have to have made sound things in the past. It's not about that. It's about finding passion, and then we nurture what you've got innately to bring that forward. And I'd say even those of you guys who couldn't do any drawing at all are at the point where you can be at least confident to visually communicate an idea at this point.
Yeah, it means don't have the structure, you need to do this, you need to do that, but you can choose whatever you want and practice, and the teachers can help you in your area, right? Yeah. And let's talk about a little bit for the industry. And as we know that in New Zealand, maybe the film industry will be in Wellington or the North Island. So for the South Island in the Christchurch, what do you think? What's the industry in this city or in this area?
The thing is, New Zealand's not a very big country.
Yeah, sure.
We consider Australia to be a domestic flight at this point. It's pretty much all connected. For us, it doesn't really matter if you're in Wellington or Auckland or Christchurch or Dunedin or Invercargill or even in Stewart Island or whatever. It's about connecting you with where you need to be connected to. New Zealand has traditionally done a lot of projects that go to market in lots of different countries. We've done work for South America, for Asia, for the Americas. We do a lot of work for a lot of different places. And the amazing thing about, I guess, modern technology is that you don't have to be on location somewhere specific to do things. Yeah. The university is aware that Christchurch is not traditionally a centre for lots of film studios, but it doesn't matter. The reason it doesn't matter is because we're building it. We're building these facilities for film studios to come in. We've had feature films that have been shot here on campus just in the last year. We've got a feature film currently being worked on here. We have industry from the North Island and industry from around the country that are starting to come here. And part of that is we want to make sure that we've got the talent here, that they can actually come and work here. And we've also got the facilities for them to do that. So it's kind of a little bit ambitious, but the university is not just building the students who are able to do the work, we're also trying to build the industry here in Christchurch as well. And so far, I'd say we're doing really well. We're making good progress, and we've got lots of interest in the space.
Just like I know from the other universities, and they told me they just need to listen. The industry wants the people like that, and they set up for their programs. So what do you think in this industry, what the companies wanted, and what the university can give these students, help them to have these skills in this industry?
Our program here is a little bit different from traditional university structures. Yeah. Our teaching staff are also practitioners. So those of us who teach onto this program have been in industry or are still in industry. We have industry partners coming to us, and our students are working on commercial projects while they're here. We also invite those industry partners we have onto our academic board to advise us about where they expect things to go. But because we work very closely together and we have industry partners that come in here and we work also in industry at the same time, it means that we have as much as possible a finger on the pulse of what industry are looking for at any one time. So we have lecturers that have done very well for themselves in the film industry and are working on feature films that are being made, and they're able to offer students insight on that, but also bring in their external contacts who have worked, some of them on much bigger things or much wider reaching things, and then introduce them to students who they think would benefit from that mentorship and that collaboration. So we don't wait until you guys finish here to figure out what you're going to do in industry. So you do your portfolio in year one, we introduce you to our industry partners pretty much straight away. You work on industry briefs all the way through. And by the time you finish your program, they already know who you are because they're here. We're here, they're working together, and they've met the students. So you don't really have to worry about where am I going to apply, how are they going to notice me, because they're already here.
Okay, and last I want to talk about is a program. Why it's set up for 4 years and it's an owner program? Lots of program like engineering is an owner. Why this screen arts is have the owner and only have the owners they can choose for that?
So the program it's based in the Faculty of Arts, but it's very much a collaboration between arts and engineering.
Yeah.
And the benefits of that is you get resources from both faculties, you get help from both faculties, because we have product design and computer science and engineering, we have filmmaking and humanities and arts, and they all sort of come together very nicely. I think it's the only program in this university that is a blend like this between multiple faculties, and it works really, really well for us. We want it to be a program where students are able to draw inspiration from multiple parts of the university. You asked me why it's a 4-year program. I know there's a lot of 3-year programs out there. Why this one?
Yeah.
There's also a lot of programs out there that are a lot more specialized. So you can do an entire bachelor's degree in film or an entire bachelor's degree in animation. This is very much a deliberate choice to do it the way that we've done it, because what we have noticed in the industry is that people are asking for employees that have skills that are a little bit broader and can be more agile and work across departments and across things. And it's not just about that. We are finding that the industry is shifting so rapidly. The technology is moving really rapidly as well. Graphics processing capabilities 10 years ago were not what they are now, and who knows what will be in the future. And we're also finding that society is shifting away as well in terms of the way that they consume and the way that they interact with media. So for us, what we're trying to do is give students the foundations of everything they need without us telling them where they're going to be, but for them to actually innovate and come up with what the future of the industry is going to be, because not even industry know that entirely. We don't know where it's going, and we need people who can work across different areas to do that. We're getting to the point where we're finding that our teaching staff are not as broad as our students. So we're having to have multiple staff covering the same students because they know more than one person in more areas. And that's exactly what we want. We want that to be the case. We're not trying to make our students like us. We're trying to make our students the next generation of creators and makers that we aren't, I guess. So we're very excited to see what they do. And that 4th year is really, it's a chance for you guys to innovate, right? So you've done your learning and you've done some creating and you've done some experimenting. 4th year, you've learned all the things you need to learn in terms of the different skills. We then give you the wonderful facilities we have here and the knowledge we have and the industry connections to talk to and get advice from. And then we ask our students to innovate, to come up with something new, to give their point of view and to put that out in the world. And that could mean starting up a game studio while you're studying. That could mean making a pilot for a film that gets funding that we can point you towards that from. So it can be entrepreneurial, it can be leading into industry. But that 4th year is really where you start looking at innovating and getting into those beyond what you've currently learned and potentially also finding those gaps in industry that are about to be moved into.
Cool, that's cool. Thank you so much. And last question, what do you think study in UC?
Oh, it's wonderful. Yeah.
What do you think is the main challenge for you? Because you are an international student and come from China.
Yeah.
And what's the challenge for you?
It's like a communication things. Yeah, because the language.
First, the language and different culture.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.